project's been about 3 years in the making. It's been something that we've always wanted to be a part of the Big Picture Festival. The project came about through some additional funding from the state government, which we're very thankful for. And it meant that we were able to engage 2 artists to be able to spend some time developing workshop skills and artistic skills with young people, and then being able to work with them from concept and design right through to delivery to be able to create an artwork. It was really important for us to be able to ensure that it wasn't just about an artist being commissioned to deliver a mural. It was about an artist being engaged to work with young people, to work with their teacher, and to really kind of participate in a skills share kind of idea. And that real sense of a creative collaboration where you can sit down and share skills, share art, share ideas, and then come up with a concept to be able to smooth over, I guess, in a way, and then turn it into something that can be delivered as part of the festival.
It's a really cheesy thing to say, but even though I'm meant to be doing the teaching, they're the ones that are teaching me, and it's nice to be in the space in between being a teacher and just being an outsider or being the artist, because I don't have to be that role. So it was important to kind of be a bit more open to reacting to who they are and what's going on for them. So we did a lot of drawing together, and I learned that they're all got really different personalities. It was not as cohesive as other projects, but that's a good thing. That was good. They kind of led the process.
So at Monterey we have a lot of kids that are at risk of disengagement, and it's a very specific kind of school, I guess, in some ways. It's highly trauma cohort of kids that we have, and we wanted to sort of start finding ways that we could reach out to other programs to give kids a chance that perhaps they wouldn't otherwise have.
I wanted to meet the students, and instead of taking an idea and this is the theme and this is how it's done, I didn't want it to feel like schoolwork. So I wanted to throw out a few options, and we looked at a lot of different types of work and then had to decide how we were going to tackle it. So instead of doing one big image that we've all contributed to and share, they were more keen to do their own drawings, and so I've combined that into a design. And they'll definitely be able to stand in front of their piece that they know is theirs, and they'll have a tower over them.
It always takes time, and it's so important to build relationships, and I think from the first session that David had, where maybe the kids didn't really understand what was going on, to then seeing them this year when they've sort of got I suppose come to terms with the idea, and he started to build the relationships with them, to today, and seeing the relationships, like they're excited to see David and work with David, and that's what it's all about with our school. It's building those relationships and giving the kids the chance to feel like, hey, we can do this.
When I first started painting, I was painting with spray paint. And then when I come here, I was a bit weary on painting with a paintbrush. I was like, oh no, I don't really want to, gave it a go. And it turned out pretty well. I've had fun. Yeah.
I tried to reiterate that the design process is good outside of this project. Today we're doing a mural project and broke it down to a few tasks, but I really want to use lots of other examples of using a design process to untangle or understand anything that you see in the world. Because this is a great process of now when they see murals in the rest of the world, they know how they're made and demystifies things. But anything that looks complicated can be broken down into small steps, and I think that's just one of the more core kind of teaching things that took me a long time to learn. I wish I'd learned it at their age, maybe.
First we gridded it out, and then we did our outline, or our design. I did our design with the crayon first, and then we did our cut, and then we did our fill, and we did, just touched it up a couple of times. Then we did our outline, and just kept touching it up, and it's not too bad.
Confidence in themselves, and a bit more of a can-do attitude. I don't think any of them believed that this would happen. So some hope. Yeah, some hope.
Getting it done. Yeah, getting it done. Pushing through, even though I was a bit weary on it. Pushing through.
I didn't go to art school. I didn't really do much art at school, and I didn't really know this is what I was going to do as an adult. So it's really fun to get in, to see the junior me, and then to give them some skills and to see the enthusiasm and think, oh man, they are going to grow into artists, I guess.
Trying to get the straight lines on the black. That was terrible. With the candy, you just in the paintbrush. Just gotta.
It's just nice to be able to do different things. I'll get to do more paintings, but this time I get to work for them. Like I'm facilitating they're the artist that's directing me to facilitate their ideas. So it's really fun, but it's really important for the young people to stand alongside these other professional artists and see their work big and go and share it with their friends and their family and stand in front of a really big crowd instead of thinking that's for other people. It's not, it's for them and they're part of the community and they get to have their say and they're represented on a big wall. It's really fun, right?
I really wanted to accentuate and capture the creative talents of each individual student, whilst also them being able to step back and go, wow, we've contributed to this mural as a whole. So when I designed it, I did some sessions of consultation with the students, and we had a look at colour and symbolism and just different ways of how composition would come about. And then it was guiding them through that process and basically seeing this is how we start to develop ideas and how to put them all together. Then we add narrative, we sort of think about how that fits together. But basically I wanted for us to have something at the end that we had all created together that really showed off everyone's sort of unique individual talents as artists in their own right.
It was a really enriching experience for them to be collaborating both as students, as peers, and then with an artist to support them and guide them through that really unique process of creating an idea, conceptualising, and then bringing it to the full fruition of the mural itself.
Personally, I am into like the arts and such, so to do the mural is to like help enhance that and also give experience. Like if in the future I decide, oh, you know what, let's go, I want to do like a career in the arts, it's like I have that experience of I painted a mural before, I know how it works.
I think it's sometimes really hard for young people to be able to define themselves in a landscape. There are a lot of other kids and a lot of things are really daunting, and so to work on something that not only their peers think are really cool but the whole community think is really cool is extraordinary.
The sheer size of the wall that the students tackled was quite daunting initially, and I thought, oh my goodness, how will we actually achieve this in a week? The students have just taken ownership of that. I'm just so proud of them and how they're really embracing this experience, and a lot of comments from the students about just how much they have a sense of pride over the work, over their experience. They're so grateful.
This was like a very unique opportunity, and I've seen so many like murals around Frankston, and I thought this would be so cool to be able to be part of it, especially something that could be around for a very long time.
I do make some art on the side, so it's been really exciting to work with a practicing artist and to see her success as a young female in the industry. I know how challenging that can be. She's such a fantastic role model for them, and they could possibly see themselves following in her footsteps.
For a lot of people, being an artist or being exposed to an arts experience isn't always achievable. There aren't many people that can see a full-time artist, get the opportunity to work with artists, and particularly get to have a bit of a hands-on experience.
I expected it to be a lot more like, I don't know, serious, but I just learned how relaxed it is and how willing all artists are to help each other, like give advice and maybe help one artist with this bit and one with like shading or something. It's very collaborative, very chill.
It's been so enriching for the students to have this opportunity, just in terms of them as a person creating their own agency over, taking ownership of themselves, their ideas, collaborating, all of that stuff, but also that creating those connections with community. A lot of those students will work and experience this city in a different way. So being able to contribute in another sense, the colour, the bright wall, the artistic elements to it, it's really going to allow them to feel connected as well as provide other connections in for the community through that artwork.
For me, having the opportunity to work with young people, which is really exciting, and to connect with people like Natalie, like really passionate teachers that are artists, also Natalie's an artist in her own right, it's a really nice change for me. It's a really nice opportunity, and it actually loosens me up and provides me with inspiration, and I get ideas that I draw from them, and it's really beautiful.
I've learned that art is a very collaborative thing, and that it can really bring people together as like artists or like a community.
My dad's over there behind ya. My mum was here yesterday and my little brother. I'm going to bring my 2 sisters down tomorrow or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. They're pretty proud of me doing it.
And you're proud of yourself?
Yes, I am. Thank you.